It's Madden NFL 22, and we've got a duel in the Lone Star State. It's the Raiders and the Cowboys, and it's coming up next.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud. It's still loud. We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. CD, you look at the Raiders in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game. Maybe identify some situations where they can swing the ball to the backs in space. Even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
A clash of two of the more fervent fan bases around. The Cowboys and the Raiders are underway. This is Tony Pollard. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Good shot.
The Dallas Cowboys and Dak Prescott set to go on offense for the first time. And with Dak at the controls, his sixth season under center now as the Cowboys quarterback.
You remember last year he got off to an incredible start, threw for over 450 yards in 3 straight weeks, including 502 against the Cleveland Browns in Week 4, just 4 yards short of the franchise's single-game record. Then came his injury in Week 5 that pretty well derailed the Cowboys season.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So Dak with a completion there, really showing no ill effects from that injury a season ago. Yeah, what do you think your keys are defensively trying to stop Mr. Prescott?
Well, I think any defensive coordinator will tell you, stop his running game first, because he is at his best off of play action when all of your linebackers come up to the line of scrimmage after the fake to the running back, and that allows him room and space to make a decision downfield. So take away the run, and that allows you to drop into coverage.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And the Raiders are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. And the Raiders getting ready to go to work for the first time, and they're led by their quarterback in his 8th season now in silver and black, Derek Carr.
And the rumors were pretty strong. The teams asked about him in the offseason. But for once, got a pretty firm not available from the Raiders. Now in his 8th season as a Raider, still yet to appear in a playoff game. But last year, really solid numbers again. A 3rd straight 4,000-yard campaign, 27 touchdowns, just 9 interceptions, and the highest analytical rating of his career. Derek Carr is one of the top quarterbacks in the NFL.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
Try to run for it with Jacobs. Oh, he sheds himself free. And all the way down to the 5.
Let's go, baby.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. But Josh Jacobs, a guy that runs with a lot of power, 3rd in the NFL last year in yards after contact, and breaks off a nice run there.
Yeah, and this is most definitely the guy you want running the football when you need the tough yards on 3rd down. And he moves the chains and then some as he shakes off that first contact. And as they said in the 70s, he just keeps right on trucking.
1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Here's Jacobs. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
On 2nd and goal, Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Brian Edwards there to make the grab. And the Raiders have taken the early lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. And that makes it 7-zip Vegas. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a Las Vegas touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Now Pollard. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Dak Prescott on the offense heading back onto the field. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I'll guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what could result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. 25 yards that time. Well, maybe that'll help him settle back into a groove after the interception on the first drive here, picking up the first to start drive number 2.
And it is just starting over, isn't it? Sometimes it's just how you have to do it. You have to erase things from your mind. Don't worry about what happened before, because over the course of a game, the good players, things turn out pretty well for them, and that's what he's trying to do here.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Oh, Zeke with a quick feed. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016 draft.
If you watch tape of him in college, you saw plenty of those runs, because I know the highlights showed him in the open field breaking away from people, but that's how he wore down defenses, those exact type of runs.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Mike 42, Mike 42, check.
Prescott.
I'm going to run you over.
And down he goes. Brought down a Raider sack. Quentin Jefferson busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic. Silva.
Another try after the first down sack. Prescott. Throw right side, taken in by Gallup. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. Hunter Renfrow deep to return for the Raiders. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he takes us across the 15 to the 17. Credit the tackle there to Jordan Lewis.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. He'll set up the screen to Drake. Nothing on the screen that time. Now it's 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Las Vegas with the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. No gain at all on the play there, and that'll bring up 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. C.D. Lamb deep for the Cowboys. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Dallas offense set for this next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn it into 1st downs and hopefully points.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a 1st down. The only problem now in the huddle, Everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Prescott from the gun. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And that will be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Here's Brian Anger now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on 2nd down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
Play action. Now it's Carr. That's into the hands of Edwards. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw is Carr. Caught on the right side by Jones. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ezekiel Elliott gets ready to go again here on offense as he shuffles onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. They only needed 1 yard on third down. They get 10 instead by going to the air. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air again, Prescott. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. Time again to see Josh Jacobs and this Vegas offense operate. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they...
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carlos Watkins. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've had some success on the ground, and with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have the same kind of success on the ground. They struggled to get the run game going to this point, as you see there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. On the ground, Jacobs will get the third quarter started. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 70 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
And with a guy his size, you have to know defensively that arm tackles aren't going to fly with him. You have to be able to wrap up, or else he can just brush tacklers aside like they're not even there.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Carr to throw. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Carr now on first down. The open man here, Renfro. Not much there, only a yard.
Mike 42, check, Mike 42. Pretty quiet,
Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
You ain't gonna burn me right now.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Carr going to throw. And that is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
And he gets us up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Mike's 4-2. Mike's
20.
Again, it's Elliott. Elliott a first down and more as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Working with a 2nd and 4.
No, check that. Little Mike 52 right here.
Prescott now from the 50.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
A first down carry by Elliott. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. They're losing here in the third quarter, maybe trying to get the ball outside, bust a big play. Obviously didn't work there.
Yeah, and while it didn't work, I really can't fault them for trying it. You and I have talked to the offensive coordinator, and we knew that was the place they wanted to try and go. And sometimes you just have to stick with it because 2-yard gains turn into 20-yard gains as the game goes along.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 31-yard line. Give them 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. A give to Elliott. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 27, Prescott to the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you
think,
mean by that?
he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19. Prescott to throw it. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a halt. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington.
Working with 2nd and 5 now.
It's the Cowboys in possession of the football, but they trail here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. On 2nd down, Elliott. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott with a connection to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this 4th quarter. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field.
Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run. The Raiders on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's a handoff to Jacobs. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48.
Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Carr, a handoff here to Drake.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense. I think in the future, if you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. From the gun, it's Carr. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive.
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd down and 8.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
They go to Elliott again. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
To throw, Prescott.
And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the 1st down. That's what's vital to them.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Now Prescott. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Dallas. A 40-yard punt, no return.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Pass complete to Edwards.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Carr. connecting with Renfro.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And in for the score. Are you kidding me? They return it, and they take the lead. So many times, tight games decided by one big play. And a lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
Now Zerline on and the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
So Carr and the Raiders now down 14-7, 1:06 to play. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Carr to throw.
He dumps it off to Drake. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And he hits Drake. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down bringing in an extra defensive back.
Now Carr.
It's complete to Drake. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a 1st down as well.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a 1st down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw taken in by Edwards.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Same exact result as last play, a pickup of 11.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Clock now under 30 ticks and running.
Throwing his Carr.
He sets to fire deep. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we may very well be headed to overtime. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays.
And the touchdown and PAT mean we are tied here in the final minute of play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Now Pollard. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Prescott. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Prescott.
He's going to float this over the middle deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And we have free football. Overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end. Going to overtime because neither one got an advantage today.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away.
Now Pollard. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Come on, baby.
Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now.
On 2nd down, Elliott once more.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
85 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here comes the first throw in OT for Prescott. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. Puts it on the carpet, it's out, and the Raiders pick it up. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. And a costly, costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder if maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, that almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here, field goal or a touchdown now. First throw of overtime for Carr. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
7 yards the pick up there.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
And there's a typical run by Josh Jacobs, one where as a defender, you have to make a decision about how you approach him because he's awfully physical with the ball in his hands. 12 touchdowns on the ground last year after 7 as a rookie, and he was a 1,000-yard rusher in each of his first 2 seasons. Wouldn't surprise me with enough touches, he could easily crack the 1,500-yard mark.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Another nice job there defensively. They've really stymied their passing attempts, and it continues in overtime.
And for them to do that, that means they've had to be cohesive on defense. Pressure in the quarterback's face, good coverage of not just the wide receivers, but the tight end, the running backs when they try and slip out, and making sure they're at the point of attack. When the ball's in the air, they get there and help force some of those incompletions.
And he'll be dropped at the 23 after a pickup of about 4. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime.
So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads to errors.
Well, it's out there for the taking. We'll see who can do it. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action now, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Well, in overtime, I think coaches always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash? What do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. That's carries to pick up the first down. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. And they take a 17-14 lead. So a good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.